Good morning, friends. I haven't seen you guys in a while, and there's a good reason for it. I have been in a funk and a half. We've been remodeling our bedroom, which is a whole task. I mean, like every wall was moved, plumbing was moved, lots of things were moved. And to be honest with you, this hurricane that we had really did a number on my garden. So every time I come out here, it's so sad seeing what's happening that I just turn around and go away. So I actually have a lot of really bad parts of the garden, but then some other parts where I turn around and look, it's just like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Let me give you this as an example. All of this bed was the cucumbers that I tried to revive before, and I've tried to replant them probably 4 or 5 times, but there's a critter that comes and eats them overnight. Right to the stem. Just annihilates them. So I got a little fix for that. But right as soon as I turn around from that bed and I just want to cry, the okra and the eggplant are going nuts. I mean, they're huge. There's eggplant just everywhere on this plant. The okra is almost like too big to even enjoy. But if I cut that back, new okra will be there in like 3 days. So I'm just trying to come out here and take one bite at a time. This morning, I'm going to work on getting the zucchini plants out, getting a gopher trap set up because my watermelon bed over there makes me really, really sad because it was producing so much. And now the gopher's not even eating the vegetables. He's just cutting the stem off like right in the front of where there's like a whole line of veggies and watermelon. So I'm going to go fix that. I'm going to get him and he's gonna be gone. And I knew this was coming. Everybody was like, how are you gonna keep rabbits and critters and gophers out of your garden? And I'm like, they haven't found it yet, but when they do, I'll handle it. And then when they did find it, I like crippled, they like died and wanted to cry inside, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get a handle on it. My friend Key's coming tomorrow. She's gonna come help me just get the garden back in order. I feel bad she wasn't able to come last week, but we went on a trip. But she's like excited to come help, so I'm thrilled to have help because honestly, I get so much done with her here, just moving and talking and not even realizing you're working, that it just goes by so fast. So I might actually have her come a different day next week because I need help, and she's so helpful. But let's get started. I'm trying to make a plan for what needs to be done, but it's so much. It's so hard to chew. It's so hard to take on this entire garden because every bed needs some sort of maintenance. But I think my focus right now needs to be on getting things in the ground if I plan on having another succession of them. I have some plants that I started for zucchini and everything that I've been planting there that have been getting chewed down, but I have a plan. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything in the ground that I really want to be growing, because as that's growing, I can handle all the maintenance, I can handle all the pruning, all the other things that need to be done. But that's priority just because that's just gonna be sitting and growing and doing its thing. So I'm gonna work on the zucchini bed, or I'm sorry, the cucumber bed, and get that planted out and implement my little strategy. Cross my fingers it works, and then I can get to the rest of this freaking garden. Every single bed needs something, so let's start with that. I guess I didn't bring over as many cucumber plants as I thought I had, but I found these, I think I found this hack a long time ago on TikTok, Instagram, somewhere around there. these are just wire trash cans. They're like meant for bathrooms from Dollar Tree. And I've seen these other places advertised for way more. I don't know the quality of those, but they look pretty dang similar to these. So what I did is I just put these over the plants that were here, the plants I planted, and I put a stake through the bottom just in case any little critter comes and bumps them. They won't move and they'll just give up. I planted some straight 8 cucumbers down here just because I didn't have any starts, which is a bummer because those are my favorite cucumbers. I planted them a little bit too close, and that was my problem last time, is I planted way too close. So I'm going to see what pops up. I'm going to see what critters get these, and I'm going to let probably 4 out of those, what did I plant? Like 6 or 8 plants, 6 or 8 seeds I put in the ground. We'll see what comes up. I plan on keeping 4 plants. In the middle, I have lemon cucumbers. At the end, I have pickling cucumbers. I made the best pickles I've ever tasted in my life, and then my cucumber bed like died. But I made them with the straight 8 cucumbers, and they were delicious, but they didn't fit in the jars very well, and they didn't like when you ate them, they didn't feel like pickles. They felt like pickled cucumbers. It makes sense in my head. But these national pickling cucumbers feel tough. They are kind of bumpy. They feel like a pickle. But when you pickle them, it actually gives them a little bit more like commercial feeling. And I know that that's not the aim, but when you're used to eating that kind of stuff, when you're only used to ever having a pickle that came out of like a Vlasic jar, it's very cool to get that same texture and everything from a homegrown pickle. So that's my goal with that. I'm going to check out what else needs to be done out here, but the sun is coming up over that hill, and once it comes over, it is hot. Today's supposed to be 90 degrees. I know that in the next couple days it's supposed to get down to like the 70s, which I am so excited for. I will be out here so much more, doing more things just because I can stay out here longer. I'll have my friend Key here. She'll be helping me. And now just be getting stuff done. I have the gopher trap set up over there, and I'm so hoping that it works. There's a new mound that I found that it was obviously fresh because it had some of my some of my little pumpkins drug over. Like they ate the vine and then drug the whole vine over with the little pumpkins coming out of the hole. So I'm hoping that that's the freshest hole. It's under one of the zucchini plants over there, which I'm not in love with that zucchini, so I wouldn't be mad losing that plant. So I'm kind of happy it's in that area. I'd be pretty devastated if it was under anything else. But I'm going to go through, and it looks like these zucchini plants just need pulled. I am going to plant something different there. I haven't decided yet what exactly, but truth is, we're not eating a lot of zucchini. So I'm working on figuring out what we're going to eat and what I need to plant and what I have time for before the frost comes. So let's see what happens. I genuinely thought that that was going to hurt my heart a lot more than it did, ripping out all the zucchini plants. But like I preach to everyone else, it's sometimes they just eat. Sometimes they just reach the end of their life cycle and it's time to plant something new. So I'm kind of in the purging mode right now. And there's one thing that has been bothering me for so long. They're beautiful, but they're not meeting the need that I have for my flower bed. It's cosmos. Cosmos are not my favorite. Maybe I planted the wrong variety, but they don't stay very long in my bouquets that I give to people. You kind of have to pick them out of your bouquets way earlier than the zinnias and the snapdragons are ready to go. So I'm gonna stick to zinnias and snapdragons for now. And I'm sorry, cosmos, but you gotta go. You're pretty, but you're just not my style. Okay, I am honestly leaving the garden today with such a sense of accomplishment that I didn't think I'd have today. I knew I was coming over here to do hard work. I knew I was going to come over here and just put some sweat equity into the garden. I had no idea that it would feel this good. I really do feel like my squash bed's going to do well. I feel really great about the cucumbers coming in. I just feel really great about like just some decisions I've made on the cosmos and things I've planted. So today I planted some more zucchini, cucumbers, a ton of new flowers. I have Rebecca in there. I have Mexican sunflowers, which are beautiful, and I believe I have some growing in my other garden. I haven't even been to that garden, you guys. It's kind of just going wild. My son brought in this eggplant that was like the size of my head yesterday, and I need to go check on that one too. It has the best cherry tomatoes over there, I will say. Those were volunteer cherry tomatoes from somebody who just threw their lunch out, or I don't know where they came from, but they are the most delicious, crispiest cherry tomatoes ever. Maybe I'll do a garden tour over there. But I'm just wrapping up. I'm gonna harvest some shishito peppers for a snack later. I'm gonna get most of these small cherry tomatoes, as many as I can get that aren't falling apart too ripe. I want to make more sun-dried tomatoes. I made some last week and it was delish. I actually dehydrated them in my dehydrator instead of out in the sun because I don't trust pests. And it turned out really good. So I'm gonna make jars and jars and jars of those because we actually use those surprisingly on everything. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I am just kind of scatterbrained, and I know that it's just overwhelming to kind of follow me, but it's a lot of work. It's so much work, and I never want to show just the pretty parts because I mistakenly follow a lot of people that just show the pretty parts, and I'm like, wait, why am I struggling so hard when I'm watching them just come in with these beautiful bounty of fruits and veggies and all this stuff? And I'm like, but I don't ever see them out there like breaking their back working, you know? So I really do want to show that even when you feel overwhelmed with your garden, especially in this time of year, because it is so expected this time of year, it's just the name of the game. Every single year you'll experience it around this time, just garden fatigue. But just doing a little bit at a time, maintaining things. I mean, look at this. I have not given this any attention. And there are some plants out here that are just freaking lush, dude. Like, how are my tomatoes just like a jungle? I don't know how to explain the gratitude I feel from this learning experience, knowing that I can grow food and I can show other people how to do it. But it feels really good. Bye guys, thanks for joining me today and my chaos, and hopefully next time I'll have something a little bit more like even keeled, slower paced, but now it's just like go, 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 do all the things. Feels good, it feels good. Bye guys.